All right, guys, we are ready. We are live. Welcome back to a live stream of Box Mining here. You guys know the drill. It's been absolutely a crazy day. I was just spent the past 3, 4 hours just watching Bitcoin fly. With Bitcoin right now comfortably sitting at 32,100. Oh, I can't even read numbers anymore. This is like how daft it is. I mean, we've been following Bitcoin in the thousands, right? 3,000, 4,000. I'm used to those numbers. 32,000? What is this, right? So yeah, so we touched 33,000. We just got rejected off there, but we're gonna follow that live. I mean, it's been a crazy few hours. It's right now for me personally, it's 1 a.m. in the morning, so it's deep late in the night, but I just cannot sleep. It's one of those times where you have to really sit there and manage bags. Just finished a huge bag managing session just now. So I want to catch up with you guys, wanted to celebrate us making a new all-time high again. We also have Ethereum. Ethereum's pretty strong too. I mean, if you can just see that Ethereum just broke past some of that resistance. We saw some resistance at 750. Ethereum just blasted past that too. We can almost reach, we might even touch 800 today. We'll see how it goes. So it's been just absolutely insane. So guys, we're doing a live quick stream. It's very much a celebration. I'm not going to prepare too much activity for you guys. It's a very unscripted episode, but I just wanted to share this moment with you guys, share some expectations, share some thoughts, share some methods to get past transactions. Man, I was looking out, I was doing trades on Uniswap. It is literally $20, $30 to do a transaction right now on Uniswap. Like, it hurts. It hurts me deep down inside. But we got to share some strategies for that. How do you spot a good transaction gas fee? How do you break past, if you get stuck transaction, what can happen? We'll share a little bit of details there. Also share a little bit about what I've been doing recently. It actually involves getting out of farms, right? Because right now these coins are pushing so fast, right, that you're gonna take up impermanent loss, right? So any pool, like I saw I was in like BNB USDT pools. I'm like, you know what? Let me take that out just in case something explodes here. I don't want to get impermanent loss. I don't want my kind of upside being cut down by those impermanent losses being in liquidity pools. So I'm actually being very, very defensive at this current point right now, where I'm just like, you know what? I don't really care too much about those 20-30% APYs, right? I mean, yeah, not financial advice, but that's what I've been doing. I'm just like systematically taking down farms that have coins that are just popping, right? Just absolutely no need to put them to get those extra few percent. I'll talk a little bit about algo coins. I've spent the better half of this weekend talking about algorithmic stable coins. Those are just blowing my mind right now. It's insane. But I'll talk a little bit about Mithril Cash. It's been just absolutely crazy. It started its farm literally like 3 days ago, right? And then just like the total value locked was like what, $400+ million of value being locked in to get free coins there. And then if you think about it in terms of like their like the Mithril Cash, Mithril shares, Mithril whatever, like it's Mithril bonds. Oh my god, it's like my mind is blown. I'll talk about these algorithmic coins. Just talk a little bit about strategy. I feel like this year, it's one of my New Year resolutions. To just catch up with the cool kids. Like I'm old, man. I'm getting old this year. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make it an active effort to keep up with all the new crazy stuff that's going on. So that's what I'm gonna share with you guys today. Yeah. So it's been great. Anyways, guys, so we got a comment from Daniel Brockwell. Says, I paid $115, brackets 80 quid, all right, 80 quid if you're in the UK, to trade on Alve. Holy shit, man, that is insane. I mean, if you use a DEX aggregator, probably even worse, right? Like right now, only whales can trade. It's like ridiculous. But the good thing is, like, if you're farming on like Binance Smart Chain, I was touching there. Luckily, you're still in cents, right? You're still in cents, but on Ethereum, you're like, exciting. Better turn those miners on. I mean, holy crap. Yeah, that kind of explains all graphics cards are going to be wiped off the planet, off the earth, because with Ethereum going to these sky high levels, with gas prices rising yet again, Ethereum mining rewards are up. But hey, we'll still have to compete. We just recently released a video just now. I'm just like, I'm so excited. You can tell by the tone of my voice. But we recently released a video on mining versus staking. That was such a good video. It's probably like a little bit more kind of down to earth, but we actually compare mining directly mining versus hardcore mining. This is at the unit I had here. This is with it's got like 6 slots. I can slot GPUs in it, and it sounds like a jet engine basically. But the cool thing is like these things sell for literally $200 on Taobao, right? So this is like the AliExpress of China, right? Like the original AliExpress. But these things, like I plugged in graphics cards in there. I was testing them out, comparing mining versus staking. Which one has better rewards, which one's more scalable, all that crazy stuff. But maybe it doesn't really matter right now because all the graphics cards, they're wiped out. Good luck getting one at retail price. You got to pay like 20, 30, not 20, probably like 80, 90, 100% more than retail price for them right now. It's insane. But anyways, guys, smash up those likes right now. If you like these videos, smash up those likes like Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're smashing down those walls. Smash them up, those likes up. Let's get started with today's video. All right, so very, very quick, quick look at the markets. The trading has just gone insane for the past few hours. We just the moment we broke, all right. So if you just look at things, so I put everything on a minute right now because I was kind of being a little bit crazy, but just recapping the whole story, right? Recapping the whole story. 2021 has been pretty much the year for Bitcoin so far. So after New Year, it's pretty quiet during New Year, and there wasn't really a big dip prior to New Year, which was kind of interesting, right? So just recapping that story, the narrative that we saw. So moving towards holidays, we've always been, a little bit careful about holidays. Just the days before a holiday, you got to be a little bit careful, right? Markets are closing. Institutional investors, they're a little bit concerned. They want to take a break. They don't want to be trading all the time. They're going to be in hedge positions. But the drop wasn't very drastic at all. And then the moment after the holidays, right, we have this like rocket ship up. So we saw like some form, like, pitiful resistance at $30,000. But the moment that resistance was crossed, like it just exploded today, right? All the way up 21K, and go shower, come back out. Oh, 22K, that's great. All right, yes. Go back, focus, trade. Do not drink today. Like I sound excited, but it's a situation where when I'm trading, I don't drink. I don't touch alcohol. I don't touch like any sort of anything that would inhibit my ability to click buttons, right? Because if you click the wrong button, you accidentally set a sell order instead of a buy order. I know you guys, I've done that in the past, like just like you're just clicking on FTX or Binance or something, and like sometimes you get those buttons mixed up and you're like, oh, I clicked it, oh, screw this. And then you have to go back and reverse all your orders and stuff. Yeah, you don't want any alcohol, you don't want anything, you just want to go pure crypto, right? Crypto is the only drug I need at this current point. But yeah, to the moon, guys. So it's been super exciting. So the moment we kind of smashed that, we just got constant notification after notification. 30K broken, 31K broken, 32K broken, 33K, we saw a little bit of resistance here. So this is yet again, is it super strong resistance? Not so much, right? If you actually look at it, we touched 33K, we didn't move up, but the rejection wasn't very hard either. Yet again, very exciting. So now just kind of explaining why, mentality-wise, what's going on. So I definitely see a lot more retail interest. So the theory that came up late 2017 was that after the holidays, right, people go back to trading, but also during the holidays, people tend to talk about crypto, Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies. It's getting more into mainstream media. So that holiday effect is definitely coming into play right now, right? So these are the first few days coming back, maybe kind of front running Monday. So Monday is when, everything opens up again, maybe front running that a little bit, some excitement going on. For me, definitely, I've got a lot more people messaging me out of the blue. They'll be like, Happy New Year. So like, this is like some friend of, it's some friends, they don't message for 5 years, 6 years. They're still cool people, okay? But they'll be like, Happy New Year. And you wait a few seconds, this person's typing. Hey, how do I buy Bitcoin? Like, I've been telling you that for ages. But anyways, let me link you to Genesis Block Hong Kong or to Swissborg if you're in the UK or if you're or if you're in the States or Canada. Maybe Coinbase, right? But yeah, it's been insane. It's been insane. A lot more people are asking about Bitcoin right now. There is a lot more retail interest, and that it definitely is the holiday effect coming in. And it's just been a crazy upward streak. And just some funny stories, right? Just some funny stories. I mean, since we're in the mode for stories, uh, I sent a screenshot to a friend recently, right? So this is at 28K for Bitcoin, and their initial thought was like, oh, box mining's dumping, right? You're dumping the market. You're gonna short us all. No, dude, look at the color. Look at that's green. That's green. That's buy order, right? I'm buying at 28K. They're like, you nuts? But yeah, it's crypto, right? Like it's nearing the end of the holidays. I was making my punt for this exciting push up, and it worked pretty darn well. So super excited with you guys today. I hope you guys, if you guys are in crypto right now, I mean, of course, if you guys are watching this channel, hopefully you are. If you guys are new to the channel, guys, check out the links down below. There are some affiliate links. It just helps the channel grow. But yeah, get some Bitcoin. And also, like, if you guys are new to Bitcoin and crypto, and something that's I've been telling everyone is that you can buy like $100 worth of Bitcoin, right? Even less, right? You can go up to freaking ATM, buy even less, and just get your hands dirty. That's the kind of key, right? I think a lot of people, they feel like, oh, they have to buy an entire Bitcoin. It's a little bit expensive right now, 32K for a Bitcoin, right? That's a hefty investment for a lot of people, right? People thinking, oh, do I need to buy an entire Bitcoin? No, you don't. All right, you can definitely buy small portions of a Bitcoin. In fact, the smallest unit of a Bitcoin is 10 to the minus 10. Sorry, 10 to the minus 10. So that's a one single Satoshi right there. Minus 10? No, what am I saying here? 10 to the minus 8. But anyways, yeah, it's been pretty crazy. So, anyways, guys, it's been insane. So I was gonna say today, we're exploring a lot of uncharted territory here. So this is actually another also a very interesting point to point out that we don't really know much data, right? We're exploring very a different space. We never really passed it. If you look at 2017, sure, we got a lot of hype, right? But we were capped at 20K. So now as we explore 30K, it's actually much harder, right? It's harder to do TA up at this level, right? Like, what data are you gonna rely on, all right? Do you have any history of any previous resistances? Nope, none of that. None of that. Daniel Brockwell says 10 to the power of -8. Yes, I was a little bit too excited there. One Satoshi, 10 to the power of -8 in terms of, yeah, everyone's correcting me now. All right, relax, calm down, guys, calm down. My bad. 10 to the -8, you can have one Satoshi there. So there's a lot to go on. But that being said, of course, so I'll take a quick look at Ethereum. Ethereum is also pushing up the trade. That activity is going crazy. Just like I said, we passed the previous the kind of like little brittle little bits of resistance here. So yeah, we saw that there was kind of two rejections of 750, and now we're passing that, and there's like a huge amount of trade activity going on at this current point. That volumes are, you can see those volumes are picking up right now, and I'm using data from Coinbase, all right, just for interest. But around the exchanges, you'll definitely see that. So let's go. Now, that being said, I just want to focus on this thing. So you guys are probably crazy. You guys are probably moving up crypto around, and it's getting expensive right now, right? So I've been recently using TX Street to get a visual representation of everything that's going on. It's great to browse, but I'll show you guys very quickly what's happening. But Transaction Street, if you guys used it, it kind of shows you how much it costs for a transaction right now. So medium speed is $15. Median send for on Ethereum is around $15 right now in USD, and Bitcoin is around $5 in terms of sending a small transaction. Now, these gas prices are definitely no joke. All right. So how do you min max on these gas prices? How do you kind of hit the perfect spot for a gas price? And this has been very hard, right? I mean, previously we used Ethereum gas tracker. All right. So if you want to do anything, it says, okay, look, how much is a fast transaction? Like fast, a trader, if you want some dumb ASAP, you just floor it. You go for 240 Gwei, you're good to go. Fast 224 or standard 271. But something cool about Transaction Street and why I've been moving that to one of my windows that's on permanently on my screen setup here. I guess you guys don't see it, but I have like 4 screens over here. Standard trading setup, probably trying to get more screens. But I try to put it on my screen all the time because it gives you a visual representation of what transactions are getting through. So these kind of train cars represent the gas price in terms of Gwei. So the first car is the most expensive, kind of gas, the most expensive category, right? This is your first class train, right? You want to be on the first class train, it's going to be the fastest. You're going to be guaranteed a seat on the first class train, but it's 242 Gwei. Sometimes I'm a little bit cheap. I scroll down a little bit. I'm like, okay, let me see if people are actually getting on at these cheaper prices. All right, let's see if there's some action going on when you scroll down to the bottom here. So sometimes if I'm not urgent, right? If I'm like unstaking a coin, that doesn't have any sort of urgency. I tend to look, a little bit here, and see like what kind of activity. Maybe not all the way down here. I think right now it's probably expensive. I'll probably look down here. Okay, look, there's a few people getting on a train. Maybe those trains are good. I'll test them out, and if I have to wait 5 minutes, I'll up the gas. But anyways, that's a neat way of optimizing your gas. I mean, just a little bit of information for you guys because I know you guys probably don't want to spend $15 per transaction right now. And in fact, if you're interacting with like Uniswap, it's more, right? Because you need more gas to do it. So it's a little bit more expensive. I was hitting around 30 just now, so. Gotta bite the bullet. Gotta bite the bullet. It's not nice, but got to bite the bullet. Okay, so we got gasnow.org has PHM suggests gasnow.org. Let me see what gasnow.org is showing me. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, so you got a graph. Yeah, this is a standard graph that you see for the chart for the number of transactions and the price. But I kind of like it. It's got the Christmas theme for TX Street. So anyways, it's pretty good. But yeah, at this current point, it's we're waiting. We're waiting for Ethereum 2.0. We're also getting a lot of scaling solutions coming up. I'm just doing a lot of research on optimistic rollouts. ZK rollouts, like it's insane. Lots of tech research there about all these scaling solutions, layer 2 solutions for Ethereum. We also looked at OMG on Plasma as well. Yeah, trying to solve this issue is going to be quite key, but we do know that it still works right now and people are still having fun. So I guess, that's kind of exciting. So anyways, so obviously people are a little bit concerned as well. I saw a few questions. Carlos Van Dam says, is it too late to invest next week? Everyone's asking for too late or not. You guys know my stance on it. I've been a long-term hodler. I kept making videos throughout all that time, and also I kept buying during the dips between 2018 2019. So yes, in the larger picture, obviously you're gonna pick up coins for more expensive than I picked them up for, right? That's a given, right? I mean, I guess it depends. I mean, depends on whether it's Bitcoin or Ethereum. I also didn't, purchase $800 Ethereum before. It's not a surprise. In fact, $1,000 Ethereum, that's not a surprise either. But I would say right now, like the reason why you want to consider kind of the longer term, right? So is because there's a lot of volatility in crypto. Not financial advice, of course, but crypto and all these things, like a lot of people expect to get rich overnight. I can tell you, if you expect to get rich overnight, you're not investing, you're gambling. But yeah, so is it too late? In the grand scheme of things, not too late at all, because I feel like the implications of all the tech here is immense. But are we going to experience huge amounts of volatility? Absolutely. We have not experienced like very turbulent times for a long time in crypto, right? This run up has been like quite short of a miracle. It's been pretty much one hockey stick up. But you just have to realize, guys, there will be volatile times. You could Like, and it's one of the reasons why I don't take on leverage positions at this current point, even though it's so tempting. Today I was like so tempted, like this afternoon I was so tempted to take on a huge leverage position, but I'm like, just in case that wipes out, I don't need to be extra greedy here at all, right? Like, I guess that's my 2 cents. My 2 cents. It's not financial advice for me only, right? And you guys know from this channel, this is for me, my personal take on it, recapping of what I'm doing, etc. At this current point. We got Ben Shaw says, love the content. Thanks for helping me set up my ETH 2.0 node. Much love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you guys are running those ETH 2 nodes well. Let me just go give a quick checkup on my ETH node. That's one thing I haven't checked on today, so I'm pretty excited. So my node should be running. Yes, it is running. So yeah, it's going on. Total earnings so far. I did this on a live video, by the way, just showing you guys how to stake Ethereum 2.0. It requires 32 ETH, so it is a little bit expensive right now. The total value of this node has actually gone up. I mean, remember when we did that video, it was around 18K to set up this node. Now the value of this node is 25K at this current point. And in terms of earnings, right? So total earnings is around $231 since we set this up. And let me just give a quick checkup on what's happening so far in terms of the validation. So yeah, 100% effective. It's been active. It's not bad. It's just increasing in the number of ETH it's having. But do note, of course, with Ethereum 2.0, it's still in the beacon chain phase. It's still very, very early on. So the number of blocks being produced, actually not blocks, the epics are still very early. And one of the key things is that once you establish this node, you're not gonna be able to transfer back to Ethereum 1 for the time being. Also, you guys probably notice I'm very, very tired right now. So if I make a mistake, do catch it. Do shout out at me at the chat over there. Phoenix File says, would you suggest not advise spending their $600 stimulus check in crypto? What would you do? What would I do? That's a good question. That's a quick question. I'll still put it like for me, right? Like for any beginner, I think a lot of beginners, they come here, they want to make quick money, and it depends on the level of aggression. I've been seeing successes both ways. For me, I'm a much more kind of safe player, I guess, in this space. Like I have a relatively stable portfolio that I say, look, you know, that's my hodl. I'm not gonna touch that. And it consists of Bitcoin, Ethereum, VeChain, and a few other coins. Like, and then I have like BNB and a little bit Swissborg, Utrust, like kind of the bigger ones. And I just put it there, save it there. I've also seen the complete opposite of that, which is the full-on aggression, just like treat this like a casino. It depends on the person. It depends on risk tolerance. It depends on a lot. Like if you expect to like gamble away, I think there are some people who just completely gamble away, lose it all, and they don't mind. There are some people who are more safe like me. So there's definitely a lot of people. I would definitely recommend that you check out with your financial advisor on what to do. Plan it out. For me, I've had a set strategy that worked very well. But also this year, one of my focuses, kind of resolutions this year, it sounds crazy when I say it out loud, but to be a little bit more aggressive. All right, so my 2 cents. JJ Gallant says no LTC. I'm not a big LTC holder. I don't know why. I think it's because like I feel like Bitcoin does a lot of what Litecoin wants to do. I mean, I have full respect for Litecoin for being so strong, like in terms of sending. Like in fact, the Litecoin that I hold, I kind of use it for payments digitally, which sounds very weird, right? But it makes a lot of sense because if you go on a lot of websites, Litecoin is almost accepted on almost all the websites that Bitcoin's accepted on, but the transaction fee is around like 1 to 2 cents, right? So for me, it just made more sense to just keep some in my wallet just to spend it. So it kind of became my spending one. So I guess it makes a little bit of sense. I mean, Charlie Lee has always been saying, Litecoin is silver to Bitcoin's gold, right? But yeah, I'm not a super big holder of Litecoin. I feel like, for me, like yet again, Bitcoin was kind of where it's at. So yeah. Hi, It's Retsu says no, only Bitcoin is exploding. ETH is just getting by. Stop selling all these scam projects. Like, how many 10x's have you had this season? Like, this season being the last month, because I've had 2+ already. So, go figure, right? If you don't like shitcoins, don't touch them. But other people do, and have some respect for that, right? So I know. I mean, this season has been super good for me, to be honest. Like, the altcoin side has been like pretty darn exciting, to be honest. Yeah, so we'll have to, to each their own. But a lot of people are asking me, like, altcoin season when, right? So in terms of performance, Bitcoin has been the dominant factor, right? Uh, but oh no, Ethereum's only 24% to Bitcoin's 32. Oh my god. What is wrong with people? Like, if you bought Ethereum at 100 and now you're at 800 or 780, you've outperformed the market massively. Right? Like, I don't know. Okay, not financial advice. You guys make your own decision. This is just my personal take on it. But like, I feel like I've had a few conversations like this. Like, someone's crying to me, "Oh my god, relative to Bitcoin, Ethereum's just like performing 0.8% off, like 0.8 times off Bitcoin," and like, whatever. Polkadot is also taking off. Polkadot is 84% over the past 7 days. It's just going insane. Dot fever is coming up, and it's just like a non-stop cannon. It's just exploding over here. So yeah. A few people were definitely concerned, like, okay, so realistic. Dogecoin is what? Dogecoin is up like 83% in the past 24 hours. It's just nuts. So this all season has actually been this season has actually been not that brutal on alts. I still remember 2017 when Bitcoin goes up, all the altcoins go down like massively. This one is still relatively kind of, it's okay. It's okay. It's not lopsided at this current point. So you know what? I'm still pretty okay with it. So yet again, it goes back to altcoins. Like um will it be out season? I think, like, will the sun shine tomorrow is kind of the question. I feel like the mentality for people have always been like, the people who have made gains on Bitcoin, they naturally flow to other coins because they feel like they're big winners, right? So anyways, that's my 2 cents on it. Not financial advice. I just want to be careful here of what I say. But yeah, there's a lot of people who have been maximalists at Bitcoin. I have not been a maximalist at Bitcoin, and I'm super happy for that. That's all I want to say. I've had this conversation infinite times. I don't think I need to have this conversation anymore at all right now, because yet again, altcoins, they can surprise you. They can surprise you. So GG. Anyways, okay, so looking at the comments, Ken Miller says, "What are your thoughts on Tron?" So it was kind of last year's resolution for me not to shit on coins. I think Tron's been a big copycat, but also I guess I use Tron now for USDT transactions between exchanges, so now it does have a purpose. I'm not a big Tron believer, though, to be honest. It's very dominant. It's very kind of Justin Sun centric, so it depends on whatever Justin feels like at the day. So I kind of don't want to be at the mercy of us, the same person. We got Joey says, "Have fun staying poor." That's been a huge kind of mentality thought, right? I feel like the way to rationalize altcoins and Bitcoin. Wow, we got like 1,000 people watching. Is this real? Am I seeing stuff or what? Yeah, we have 1,000 people watching. Holy crap! Yeah, congrats, guys. Thank you guys for coming in. Do smash that like button, like Bitcoin is smashing those walls. Come on, guys. Let's get up to like at least 300 likes, right? Come on, 1,000 people here. By the way, so a lot of people are. I feel like a lot of people were a little bit concerned about altcoins and performance. It really depends on the altcoin you're at. To me, like I said, I'm not sure if you guys caught the last stream. Yes, I do hold a lot of altcoins, and like I counted as almost 70. Like I'm a shitcoin guy now. Apparently, I'm gonna be branded shitcoiner for life. So have a nice life, guys. But okay, but beyond that, it's kind of crazy, right? Sometimes you see these insane movements because they have lower cap, right? So like $20,000, $200,000, or a million or $2 million of injected capital into a coin will just greatly move it, right? Swiss Borg has been performing super well, to be honest. I was looking at the chart and I'm like, wow, just Swiss Borg Binance coin was not bad as well. Yeah, Swiss Borg just took off. It's kind of like dropping a few days for these past few days, but if you just look at the trajectory for it too, it just like blew up in December from like 11 cents to like three 33 cents. It's been a little bit insane. Yeah, it's an exciting time. So I think it's gonna be fun. One of my inspirations, so I'll just like blabber on a little bit, right? So I kind of like really forced myself this kind of few days to focus a lot more on the alts because I feel like I said, after the Bitcoin kind of craze, one of the giants move up, then people kind of tend to want to gamble a little bit or kind of diversify their assets a little bit. So that's kind of where I'm looking for altcoin season. It's not the full blown crazy altcoin season, but we have seen some altcoin movements. It's not that bad. I feel like a lot of people are very concerned because I don't know, maybe not as diversified. But at the end of the day, for me, I've been forcing myself to focus a little bit more on the algo stablecoins. I think that's just I've been avoiding it for the most of 2020, to be honest. It started with Ample Fourth with all this rebate stuff, but then there's Sonorage. Yeah, I spent ages looking at Sonorage because I was like, is this just another fad thing? Is this like there's so much Ponzi dynamics there too. I wanted to be very careful about it. But I saw some insane results, right? So I'm not gonna name names here, but one of my friends, I think they turned around $1,000 into $200,000, right? I'm like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Like, can I, like, what am I doing? So I just slapped myself into motion, just trying to understand this whole dynamic here. So yeah, that's been kind of my life story for the past few days, just kind of understanding it and trying to see if there's any real value there. I can see it's very interesting, like the speed at which all these algo stablecoins are developing, but it's extremely, extremely volatile and risky. Just take, for example, I'll talk very quickly on Mithril Cash because right now it just started, so it's in this bootstrap phase. So it's the most expensive, well, not the most expensive, the most intensive phase that Cash right now. Um, this one is interesting, right? So I want to cover it very quickly because there were a few kind of pitfalls that I just wanted to warn people about. So first and foremost, you get to mine it. It's 5 days of kind of mining, so you can just like mine it with one of these coins here. Why is this not showing up? There it is. There we go. So you can mine it and you can get kind of your MIC Mithril Cash for free by mining this. So one thing that this is kind of a fork of Basis. So I did try out Basis. It's one of those things where I kind of like everyone was doing it. I'll check it out. But just to be careful, the stuff that you mine out. So if you mine it by USDT, USDC, or whatnot, you get it, and you get this Myth Cash stuff. Just be careful. The price will hit. Well, the objective of this coin is to push the price of Myth Cash to $1. Right. So it sounds crazy. Like, why is it $136 right now? Not financial advice, full on degen, by the way. Like, if you guys don't like this stuff, just turn it off. Like, it's just me sharing some stuff for all those degens out there, right? So just be careful. Like, the stuff that you harvest and you collect for free, you make sure you offload it before this becomes $1, right? I made that mistake when I was Basis Cash, where I left my stuff farming there. I was like, you know what? Let me farm and forget. Yeah, it just turned out to be $2 afterwards, right? After I farmed and forget. So just be aware of that. So the other question is, why is Mithril Cash at such a high price? The reason being is because people are in this pool, so they're using Mithril Cash to farm the Mithril shares in this pool, which is why it has insane rewards. It has something ridiculous, but that's the reason why people are using it, and they are well aware that it's going to crash to zero, to $1, not to zero, to $1, which is the objective of some sort of these sort of algorithm coins. So if you think about it, the objective is to push this to $1. And how they're going to do that is they're literally going to print more money. So this is like the Fed printer on steroids. It's like, it's ridiculous. And this is one of the reasons why I kind of didn't focus on this stuff. I'm like, wow, like why is everyone printing money like this so crazily? But it seems like it's one of the most popular things on right now. So I'm not one for fighting against the tide. I'm just trying to understand everything going on here. So what happens with this type of system is that this gets dropped into the Mithril share. So like on this day called the Seigniorage Day, which is going to happen on the 5th of January. The first Seigniorage is going to happen for Mithril Cash on the 5th of January, 2 a.m. UTC. It's going to massively print and give Mithril Cash to Mithril shareholders. So yet again, another trick is that if you are having exposure to Mithril shares, make sure you stick it into the boardroom before that happens. So the boardroom will open up in 8 hours. Make sure you stick it there before it happens. I'm not going to cover too much about it, but I've spent a lot of time on it. I am going to try my hand on this to figure out what is going on. But holy crap, this ESD thing, like DSD on my list to look at for algo stable coins. It's been just like insane. It's been absolutely insane. So just be very, very careful, right? So fixed MIC is down 99% right now. Just be very careful. This, once it hits on January the 5th, this is not something you want to be holding, because this is going to become $1, and it's not a rebase coin, so you don't get like 136x of it. The printer doesn't drop in the cash, it drops into the share, so just be very careful. It sounds we got James Yuko Hart says sounds convoluted, super complicated, super complicated. It's ridiculous, right? It is insane. It is insane. Yeah, again, I don't want to promote it, but I saw Black Film Guild says don't cover scams. Dude. There's a difference between promoting and covering. All right. So there is a need to understand what's happening. It's absolutely critical. Like this year, that's my resolution. Never ever stick your head under a rock. All right. Like that's the last thing you want to do. That's the last thing you want to do. Metasonic says, what do you think of Frax are doing better than DSD? So in terms of exposure, I'm only trying out Mithril Cash because two things are obviously, I know the person behind it quite well. So this is done by Jeff Huang. So full disclosure there, whatever, like know him pretty well. But the other kind of reason is because it's the first Seigniorage that's happening. So it's like, that's the first one. All right, so this is when everything gets stabilized. And then afterwards, it's like, okay, you got to figure out what's happening. But yes, Frax, I'm spending a lot of time on that too. Frax, DSD, empty set dollar. It's insane. It's insane. Andorix XOR says, Mithril seems to go confuse people intentionally. I think it's based on Basis Cash. Basis Cash was, yet again, some people, like, it blew up. It was something that I was like, I'm going to pass on. I didn't understand it. But, like, I'm glad I understand this stuff now. Like, anyways. All right. All right. So any thoughts on Parsec? Any thoughts? Parsec is actually a super strong team. I think we got some super big Parsec fans here. I'm actually opening up a little bit more to Parsec now. Like they're doing super well. Congrats to them. Opinions on Swissborg. Swissborg actually is on discount today. That's not bad. Swissborg. Like that's actually not a bad discount. They've been moving very aggressively in terms of entry points, right? It's one of the the reason why I took on Swissborg is because of I kind of like, okay, so this year I've been spending a little bit of kind of thoughts, right? Like one of the thoughts is that if more people are coming into crypto, then infrastructure becomes important, right? Especially ways for people to get in. So Swissborg is actually super good for anyone in Europe and also in Hong Kong as well. You can directly get an account, right? The issue is you need to KYC your account first. But the moment you get your account, you can just bank transfer over and then boom, start trading. It's like, it's super powerful, especially for European, anything, none, basically World X America. There you go. Ben Shaw says, I feel you missed my super chat. Thank you so much for your super chat. Sorry about missing the super chat. Ben says, I'd love to hear thoughts on Injective if you have time. And thank you so much for your 50 quid donation, Ben. That's pretty amazing. Thank you so much, guys. So Injective thoughts. Super cool. Like, check my interview with them. They know their stuff, right? They're building the chain for they have their own layer 2 scaling solution, plus they have their derivatives exchange, right? So they knew that derivatives exchange on dexes are going to be super popular. We already see that Uniswap is already super kind of on top of things, right? And then of course we have FTX making Serum, and then Serum is going to be like next level, right? The shift has always been like, if 2017 and 2018 was a narrative for centralized exchanges, then this year has been becoming the narrative for decentralized exchanges, right? So you got Uniswap, you got 1inch coming up with some crazy stuff as well. They're coming up Mooniswap. By the way, I think, yeah, check out Mooniswap. If you guys haven't checked it out, if you guys are interested in 1inch, check out Mooniswap. And then Injective coming in super strong as well. I feel like a lot of I've actually talked to a lot of exchanges and they feel like they're getting choked by decentralized exchanges. That's how powerful they are. So my 2 cents. All right, so this video was meant to be a short video. A lot of questions coming in. I'm not going to answer all of them. I think a lot of people were asking questions about various coins and stuff, and I kind of covered what I needed to cover for right now. I think my focus, obviously, very clearly, if you watch the startup video, has been a lot on Bitcoin and Ethereum because they're like the main market movers at this current point, and they kind of dictate the pace of everything else. But at the same time, yes, definitely, I am diversifying my portfolio a little bit right now, just in anticipation of the kind of possible alt season coming up. So that's kind of my 2 cents on everything. Got a lot of questions about BAT. Yeah, why not? Why? I'm using Brave browser, right? Go figure. So yet again, I don't feel bad for holding out so many different cryptocurrencies. It's just a matter of like, for me, yet again, for me, not financial advice, do I want to have exposure in said asset or not? And there's so much innovation here that I don't mind having more exposure than a lot of people think they're comfortable with. But that's okay. I guess for me, I have the luxury of being able to spend more time on it, being able to have more bag managing sessions. Yeah, it's a lot of bag managing sessions, just like clicking buttons all day. But I feel like I'm in a good position there. A lot of people are asking about Earth 2. I have not seen Earth 2. Sorry about that. Apologies. There's a million coins I definitely want to look at. So I'll take a look at it further, but I don't have any intel on it first. And I generally prefer to do at least kind of 3-4 hours of research before talking about anything there. We got Jintoki AMV says, do you know Utrust? Dude, it's one of my medium bags, right? I made like a bunch of videos on that. That's been something I've been holding on for some time as well. So yeah, again, they're also about entry into crypto, but more on the merchant side. So allowing us to buy with crypto and a much easier integration as well. They actually do super good job there too. So Llama66 says, when sleep? Very soon. I'm actually extremely tired right now. But there's a last question from Cole Brazil. Says, Michael, please comment about Bittrex delisting and what it means for altcoins out season in general. Have the fundamentals changed? First and foremost, who the hell cares about Bittrex? Like, are we stuck in 2017? Sorry to insult. All right, sorry to insult. All right, I'm being douchey here. I'm being douchey. All right, stop being douchey. But first and foremost, right, most trading action now is Sushi Swap or Uniswap, right? Like, that's been dictating the market for some time already. So like all the DeFi traders have already swapped, like have transitioned into decentralized exchanges because for like you have more exposure to new coins. Um, this just seems better, right? So delisting doesn't really matter because on decentralized exchanges, anyone can list. All right, so going with this whole decentralization theme. Now, I do want to talk about the biggest delist, which is Ripple. So Ripple has been, that has been floating around. That's a whole security thing. That's been interesting, right? Because not only is Ripple meant to be the first one, but there could be many others that follow. SEC apparently is rumored to be a lot more active looking for coins that could be potentially securities and that could drastically affect prices. If you look at Ripple, let me just throw that out there. Ripple took on a huge beating. You guys probably know I'm not the biggest Ripple fan, so I'm gonna refrain from doing what I want to do, which is to say ha ha ha. But out of respect, I would say, you know what, they cratered and the whole SEC thing. I actually don't. That's yet again. U.S. lawyers are probably better at me for this to explain that to me, but that's gonna be a interesting topic of discussion. I'm actually a little bit worried as well. If you're thinking about the FUD and the potential FUD up there, there's a lot of DeFi projects where I feel like this year people have become a lot more aggressive. So there could be some repercussions there in DeFi space as well. So just be on watch out for it, potential FUD or anything. I think in the past, I've said watching out for FUD is like or FUD points and being prepared for it is one of the key points in crypto. But it definitely is just definitely being prepared and mentally ready for it. So Ripple took a dip. The whole SEC thing is ongoing. Maybe there's a payout. Maybe there's jail. Who knows? We'll have to see. How that case goes out. That's going to be fought in court. Now the bigger question is what other coins could be targeted, which becomes a bigger issue at that point. So that could be some of the FUD on the horizon. If you're talking about FUD as well, also we have Chinese New Year. So Chinese New Year was the time when things really crashed hard in 2018. All right. So we're looking back in history and you're looking at these big dips. Chinese New Year has always had a bad rep for being a possible reason for the crater. Interesting thing about Chinese New Year is that it's at a different time every year. It's based on the Chinese lunar calendar. So I just want to bring this up there. So for 2021 in Hong Kong and the rest of the world as well, it's the same thing. But Chinese New Year is on Friday, the 12th of February. So if you guys want to put out some FUD points or whatnot, that is also something to keep in mind on the horizon as well. Let me see Bittrex still listing. Bittrex. Who uses Bittrex? Oh, okay. All right. Bittrex to delist this one. Delist privacy coins. I saw that like yesterday. Yeah. I'll say the same thing. Bitlist detrusting of Monero, Zcash, and Dash, and privacy coins. Oh my god. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, this is expected, no? Like privacy coins. There was this like FUD like appearing where like certain countries don't like privacy based coins, right? Like Japan already stated very obviously it doesn't like privacy coins. But if you're in privacy coins, you're like already anti-government, right? Like you're already like promoting, and it's not just anti-government, right? It's more promoting about the fact that like you need to be able to use your crypto freely, right? And I think right now, like my view on privacy coins is that most people don't realize how trackable Ethereum and Bitcoin are. It's kind of weird, but the mainstream doesn't understand it. So the people who are already into privacy coins, they already acknowledge this. They've acknowledged that it's not, the public might not understand it first, but they're in it for the tech. And also, yeah, delisting is pretty common, right? Like, haven't we seen that in South Korea and Japan before? Like, I don't know, like This is expected of privacy coins, no? Like, I don't know. I'm not too too like, I don't see what the fuss is. I guess that's my opinion. So yeah, my 2 cents. My 2 cents. I mean, I guess if you guys are on Bittrex, but I mean, then comes the question: who still uses Bittrex? Like, I don't know. I'm a little bit confused. Like, I guess some people still use it, but yet again, like this year, like I've fully converted to FTX slash Binance, maybe BitMax a little bit, but and then everything else on Uniswap and 1inch and everything else. Like the decentralized ones are pretty much where the action is. So not to be mean, but yeah, it's the scene is changing. The scene is changing. I've pushed myself to adapt and to figure out what's going on. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. We got Arthur Cut says, or KHT says, Reef, please, there's an interview. Check out the interview, all right? Check it out. Tons of stuff, tons of content, interview. Watch it. Leave a comment. If you guys want more of this stuff, you want more Reef or whatnot, leave a comment, all right? Give me some feedback. Tell me what you want, what you don't want. Leave a comment down below. We'll get some more content there. Guys, thank you so much. We have 339 likes. Thank you guys so much, man. Really, really much appreciated. Super excited as well to see what can happen. I've been like, the coolest part about this part is that, I've been talking about Bitcoin for such a long time, and having a long-term view, this is just amazing, right? The attention that we're getting right now, I hope people understand what it's for, what the purpose of this. And if you don't, just check out some of the videos here. It'll be great. So hit the like, join, subscribe. We'll have some more cool stuff coming soon. Have a really, really great day. I'm gonna peace out. It's almost 2 a.m. here. So guys, enjoy your day, guys. Have a fun time. And I'll see you very soon. Also, we have a live stream on Monday. So the live streams for my channel are here. That's slowly loading up here. But the live streams are set the next reminder for, let's just see. I'll send you guys a link. Apparently it's not showing up on YouTube because YouTube's being like genius right now. Option, get shareable link. There we go. All right, and that's it. So hope you guys have fun, enjoy, and we'll see you guys very soon. See you guys next stream. We're gonna peace out on my outro right here. It's gonna be organized, and you guys can check out. I'd like to take the time now to tell you a little bit about everything that's happening in the box mining ecosystem. First and foremost, if you guys like listening to all that's happening in crypto on the go, then I would highly recommend you checking out the Box Mining Bitcoin Out of the Box podcast. And the reason why it's called Bitcoin Out of the Box is because we have long interview segments very much exploring the detail of the newest and latest of what's going on in this whole cryptocurrency space. Whole idea of it is to bridge that gap between knowledge privileged institutional investors and the rest of us here in this space. Now, with the podcast, it's on everything. So it's on Apple Podcasts, it's on Google Podcasts, it's on Spotify. Just search it anywhere, Bitcoin Out of the Box. So just add that onto a playlist and then just follow the new episodes when it's released. Next up, we also have the Box Mining newsletter. So this happens roughly bi-weekly. We give you an update of the latest that's going on in a very summarized, condensed format. So this is perfect for anyone that wants an overview of the market. Say, for example, what's happening with OKX, the biggest event, or maybe the little things like what's happening with different coins and overall the trend. So what I use the newsletter for personally myself is to understand what kind of phase we're in crypto, to kind of get in tune. So if you don't read crypto every day, the newsletter is perfect for you. Last but not least, in the link down below, if you're a Telegram user, we have the Box Mining announcements channel. So this is to announce to you basically what's the latest videos coming up, but also we have a daily update, a community-driven daily update to provide you an idea of the latest updates on the day. And a lot of people have been using that to get informed of the crazy amounts of trends that we see. And I have to give a big thank you for Claudio, our community member, for doing this. It's just been phenomenal. Definitely want to give you a shout out there, Claudio, as well for that. And taking us to the end of the live stream, so make sure, number one, you click like and subscribe on this video because it really does help this channel. And then, of course, check out the podcast. It's one of the best ways to know a little bit more, to extend that knowledge, especially in your spare time. And then, of course, check out the newsletter. If you're, if you want those updates and summaries and trends, newsletter is the place for you. And with that, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you have a good one. See you in the next video.